All right, guys, so we are talking about getting your event space on the first page of Google, or at least for it to rank well on Google, because we know that Google and being on Google and being on the first page of Google, what that can mean for your business, okay? It means that you may not have to advertise necessarily, right? It means that you can have more eyes on your business. It means that, your business is going to be visible when people search. Because what do we do, guys? Before we go to an establishment, what do? We go for the reviews. We look to see what people have to say. And we usually go to Google. So here's the video. All right, guys, so we are on video number 2, and we're talking about, being first on Google, being on the first page of Google, and having that online presence, guys. Now, I'll be the first one to tell you that it may take some time sometimes. It's not going to be an overnight thing, right? You got to plant that seed and watch it grow, okay? And if you guys don't know who I am Z of Build a Business You Love, and I am a small business, service-based business mentor, and I also teach people how to start, operate, and manage event spaces, right? And with that, guys, I'm showing you guys some of the top strategies and tips that you can utilize in order to get your business on the first page of Google, or at least how to rank high on Google, because we know there's a lot of, stuff out there, right? And Google be acting funny. Google be acting like that funny acting best friend, okay? Also, to let you guys know, I do have a freebie on my website. If you guys want to check it out, it's an event space bundle, and it's free. It goes over the basics, and it also has a video in there as well. And I also have an event space course that teaches you how to start, operate, and manage. I want you guys to check that out. It's affordable. It's not one of those crazy $2,000 courses, but it actually is giving people results. And y'all, it's a lot of people out here that think that, starting this event space business is easy. And I don't want to say that it's easy. It's simple. It's a simple business model. But you got people out here telling y'all that it could be 100% passive, and nothing, a business like an event space business will never be 100% passive. Okay, it could be semi-passive. You can put your processes and systems in there, so it could be semi-passive. But like I say, I always tell you guys, I give you guys the real, okay, and set your expectations to where they need to be, so that you're not coming in and you're like, your mind is blown, right? I can't tell you how many people have taken my course and they're like, so I just can't sign a lease and start? No, ma'am. Anyway, we're getting into it, right? So claiming your Google page and your Google profile is one of the top things that you need to do, okay? That's one of the top things you need to do. And it could be hard for a lot of people to actually even get a Google profile going, because you may or may not have your brick and mortar yet. You may or may not have signed your commercial lease yet, right? So in that case, you may want to start off as a service, right? As a party planner instead of an event venue, right? You may want to do something like that and then move over to the venue once you have the venue, okay? But by doing this, it's going to actually allow you to be able to get reviews on the services that you provided. Maybe you do a photo booth, right? Maybe you do party planning. Maybe you already do business party planning consultant, right? Maybe you do some of these 360 photo booths, whatever, right? Whatever it is that you do now, and you're trying to get into this event space world, you probably had your hand in the industry already. Utilize some of that, okay, to get your profile going, because Google been acting like that funny best friend, okay? You want to make sure that your information is accurate, okay, on Google. You want to make sure that all the information, such as your business's name, okay, the address, the phone number, and the business hours are correct. Now, you may not have an address. What do? You want to get yourself a business address. You want to get yourself a virtual address, okay, and utilize that, but you don't have to show it on Google right away, okay? They have an option for it to be hidden, okay? Next, you want to make sure that your services that you are providing are accurate. So the service, like a party venue or party, the things that you're doing, like rental services or 360 photo, whatever it is that you're doing, right? You want to be sure that the list of services that you have added to your business profile is connected with actually what's on your website. So you want to make sure that those two things kind of go hand in hand, like boxing gloves, right? They have to go hand in hand. All right. The next thing is reviews, guys. What's the first thing that we do? I mentioned this earlier. The first thing we do is go to reviews, okay? We go to reviews before we go out to eat. We go to reviews before we buy something from a store. We go to the reviews before we do pretty much anything these days, right? So what makes you think that you don't have to have reviews for your business? And you might say, Z, well, how do I get the reviews, right? You've probably done something already, right? For family, for friends, right? Maybe you've planned a party for some family or some friends already. Maybe you've done balloons already for some people. Get reviews from them first, okay? Make sure that they're, actual reviews though, but put in the work, right? Maybe you need to do some freebies at some point, right? In order to get those reviews. I know when I just started my business, I used to do a lot of, and I still do it from time to time, one-on-ones where, people would come to me because they was in, trouble when starting their event space or trouble when starting their business. And they would come to me and I would do free one-on-ones, right? At first. And it helped me to kind of gain visibility to my business and also helped me to gain reviews for my business, right? And it made me feel good because I was giving back to the community, right? And I felt like I was doing my big one. Like I was like, yeah, like I'm helping people. And that's how I was providing value, kind of like how I'm providing value now. And then I said, hey, why don't I just start a YouTube channel, right? And I can help people that way. Whatever. Next, you want to make sure you have regular updates. So don't just think you're going to create that business profile and leave it. No. Regular updates. Things like making sure that, the holidays, you've updated the hours for holidays. And Google will remind you. You'll get an email saying, hey, is your hours still the same for X, Y, and Z holiday for Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving? Make sure you change the hours. Make sure that you, if you need to, right? Make sure that you are being active on your profile. Any events that you're having, any things that new pictures, right? They want to see constant change to the profile to make sure that it's active and ensure that you're engaging with that profile. That's what they want to see. Google has an option also where you can talk to people. They can send messages. Now, if you're not a person who cannot message back within 24 hours, I believe it's 12 to 24 hours, that's counted against you. So if you're not a person who could do that, I would not recommend adding that function to your Google profile, okay? Also, backlinks are still important, right? Being on those reputable directories like Yellow Pages, 411, those industry-specific directories, right? And those things are still important, right? Maybe not as important as they used to be, because backlinks used to be what was popping before back in the day, right? But they might not be as important as they used to be, but they're still kind of important. And the last one I want to give in this video, because this is a series, so I have more videos after this, is actually being able to create high quality, relevant content. So if you have a blog within your page, right, where you're publishing content, answering questions that covers industry knowledge, that covers, maybe you're going to do how to choose to do a perfect event, or, stuff like that, how to build the best balloon arch, or whatever, right? Whatever it is that you do. You want to make sure that blogs, you'd be surprised how much traffic a blog can bring to your page. And Google love a blog, okay? They love a blog and they love to bring those crawlers, okay? Those Google crawlers to the page through the algorithm. So you want to make sure that you're doing that. And also it helps to establish your expertise, right? And you want to also make sure that you're involved in all the local events that's happening, include the specific topics that surround your area. It's also going to help to boost visibility. And you want to optimize those long tail keywords, right? So you want to be able to use specific phrases. Remember I told you in the other video that it's not so much keywords, but phrases and terms, right? So you want to be able to use those keywords like affordable wedding venue in the city, or, you know, affordable kids party place in your neighborhood, right? That you're planning to be on, that, or that you're in, right? And it really helps with that SEO because these are terms that people are looking for. And in the first video, I mentioned how you can get access to those terms utilizing some of those websites that are free and affordable. Okay, so if you haven't checked out that first video, be sure to check it out. All right, I am Z from Build a Business You Love. And yeah, be sure to like and subscribe to my channel, guys, if this has provided any value to you, because I know how it is when you're just getting started. It's like, ooh, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get started. And take everything step by step, right? I tell people, I'm gonna hold your hand. Don't go before me. Don't go after me. Just walk with me. And I'm gonna hold your hand through that process, okay? So I'm Zia, Build a Business You Love. I hope this video helps someone. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Later.